Okay, let me ask you something real quick. How many times have you promised yourself, okay, today I'm going to log in, no distractions, but then somehow you find yourself scrolling TikTok, hoping on YouTube shorts, or just staring at the fridge like something new is gonna magically appear? Be honest, has that ever happened to you? Because I know that happened to me more times than I can actually count. And here's the wild part. It's not because you're lazy or because you lack discipline. Nah, the truth is your brain has been hijacked by dopamine, the same chemical that makes junk food addictive, that keeps you glued to your notifications, that makes 30 seconds of scrolling more exciting than 3 hours of working on your goals. But here is the good news. What if I told you you could flip it? Imagine this. Instead of craving TikTok, you actually crave working on that project you have been putting off. Instead of feeling drained by hard work, you feel pulled into it, almost like it's a game. Sounds crazy, right? But stick with me because in this video, I'm going to show you how to reprogram your dopamine such that hard work actually becomes the thing your brain craves. And once you get this down, focus won't feel like a battle anymore. It will feel natural. Let's get real for a second. Right now, your dopamine system, it's fried, overloaded. You scroll, you snack, you binge. Every little hit gives you a spike of pleasure. And to be honest, that's okay. In the moment, it feels good, right? But here is the catch. Every time you get that instant hit, your brain slowly gets numb to anything that isn't instant. Think about it. Reading a book, working on your goals, exhausting. But a 30-second TikTok video, boom, instant thrill. And it's not just TikTok. It's memes, it's notifications, it's snacks, small dopamine hits everywhere. We have literally trained our brains to love the quick fix and hate the long runs. Ever notice how the more you scroll, the harder it is to just sit and focus? That's exactly what's happening. Your brain is saying, nope, I want stimulation right now. And this is where it gets interesting. This isn't a moral feeling. You're not lazy. You are just literally rewired to crave mini rewards. Your brain has been conditioned, almost like a rat pressing a lever for dopamine pellets. The problem is that lever is everywhere now, and if we don't reset it, real work, real progress, actually achieving your goals feels boring, feels impossible, even painful. But here is the thing, now that you know what's happening, you can flip the script. You can retrain your dopamine to make work itself feel rewarding. Once you understand this, the next segment of this video, which is the step-by-step solution, will make total sense. But here is the twist, and this is the part that most people miss. You can literally reprogram your brain to enjoy focus, to crave hard work, rather than taking it like a chore. Let me tell you what happened to me. One day I decided to leave my phone in another room while I tried to study. Sounds simple, right? But in that moment, it felt like actual torture. I kept reaching for it even though I knew it wasn't there. My fingers just kept moving towards the empty deck space. And you know that weird anxiety that hits you when your brain expects a hit in dopamine and it doesn't get it right? Yes, that. But here's where it gets interesting. After about 20 minutes, something changed. My brain started to calm down. The restlessness faded. And suddenly, even looking at my notes, something I usually find boring, felt satisfying. It was like a tiny victory. That's the magic of dopamine reset. It's not about willpower. It's about giving your brain a moment to breathe, to recalibrate, so that your real effort becomes rewarding again. And the best part, I'm going to show you exactly how to do this step by step. And by the end of this video, your brain won't just tolerate work, it will actually love it. When you take a break, be honest, what do you usually do? Scroll your phone? Check messages? Maybe watch a few videos? Yeah, me too. But here is the kicker. That's exactly the problem. So, what's the fix? Boring breaks. Yeah, I said it. Boring. Not exciting, not flashy, just boring. Next time you're working, instead of reaching for your phone, try this. Just sit quietly, take a short walk, stare at the wall. Yeah, stare at the wall. Sounds dumb, right? I get it. But here's what happens. Your brain gets starved for a moment. No dopamine hits, no instant spikes. And when you get back to work, suddenly even the most boring task feels a little exciting again. Think of it like resetting your taste buds. You stop eating sugar for a week and suddenly an apple tastes like candy. Same thing with your brain. Starve it of hyperstimulation for just a bit. And even reading notes, doing chores or working on your side projects start to feel rewarding. And don't just take my word for it. Try it. Next break, no phone, no distractions. Just sit. Feel the boredom, then go back to work. That tiny shift, that's the first step in reprogramming your dopamine. Let me ask you something real quick. What do you usually do when you're waiting in line, or riding a bus, or just standing around doing nothing? Chances are you grab your phone instantly, scroll Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, anything. And honestly, who can blame you? We have trained ourselves to kill every second with dopamine. Every second counts, right? Wrong. Here's the thing. Those little moments, the ones we actually feel with our phones, are actually gold. That's where you can do something most people don't. Inhabit the in-between. What does that mean? Simple. When you're waiting, just wait. Notice your surroundings. Pay attention to your breath. Feel your body. Let your brain experience boredom without a device feeling a constant heat. Sounds weird, right? I know. At first, it's uncomfortable. Your fingers twitch. Your brain screams for a hit of dopamine. But here's the crazy part. That boredom is actually powerful. It's a reset button. In those moments, your dopamine receptors get a little break. You become more sensitive, which means when it's time to actually focus, your next task pulls you in deeper. It's like stretching for a workout. Your brain is primed and ready. So next time you're standing around, instead of scrolling, just be there. Okay, I'm going to call you out because I've been guilty of these too. And I bet you have at least once. Picture this, you're watching Netflix, eating a snack, scrolling Twitter, and texting someone all at the same time. That's not multitasking, that's self-destruction. Here's why your brain isn't built for it. Every time you jump between tasks, your dopamine spikes and then crashes. You burn it faster than a car engine running at full speed, and the result, your focus shatters. Your brain feels like mush. So what's the rule? One thing at a time. That's it. If you are eating, just eat. Notice the taste, the texture, savor it. If you are studying, just study. No phone, no notifications, no background noise. Focus only on that one thing. Because here's the magic. The moment you train your brain to enjoy single focus, you unlock flow state, that zone where hours disappear, where time stretches and you feel unstoppable. I'm talking athletes locked in during training, students deep in their work, gamers fully absorbed in their game. That's not luck or discipline alone. That's a brain trained to enjoy pleasure in focused work. So let's pause for a second and log this in. Here is the 3-step formula to actually reprogram your dopamine. Step 1. Take boring breaks. Instead of scrolling your phone during a break, just sit. Take a walk. Stare at the wall. Give your brain a tiny reset. Step 2. Inhabit the in-between. When you're waiting in line or on the bus or just standing around doing nothing, just wait. Notice your surroundings. Breathe and let boredom do its magic. Step 3. One thing at a time. If you are eating, just eat. If you are studying, just study. No multitasking, no distractions. Focus on one thing fully. Follow these 3 steps and here's the thing. You'll start noticing a shift. Your brain starts craving focus the same way it used to crave TikTok, snack, fun. That's the real change. The mental shift where work stops feeling like a battle and starts feeling rewarding. Trust me, this is the foundation. Everything after this builds on it. Imagine this. Instead of actually trying to push yourself to study or trying to use willpower to work, your brain actually craves it. Think about that for a second. Not motivation, not discipline, but dopamine actually working for you instead of against you. The thing that used to distract you now pulls you towards progress. And here is the exciting part. This is just the beginning. In my next video, I'm going to show you exactly how to take this further, how to trigger flow on demand so hard work feels as addictive as scrolling through TikTok. So if you don't want to miss that, hit subscribe now. Turn on notifications. Let's make your brain crave productivity instead of distractions.